Hello. For this video, we're going to make a hidden message card. Have you ever heard of that? Have you made one? I haven't made them in a long time, so I figured I'd pull my stuff out and make them. So I made two different kinds, and the one I'm going to show you today is the one with the four sections here. Okay. What a hidden message card is it looks like this. This one has only three. See, this has 6 sections instead of the 4. So 3 here and 4 there. But they both work the same way. Okay, so I'm going to show you on this one. So what you do is you open the recipient will get the card. You can decorate this how you want to, put your embellishments on. You could do one of those slide and lock closures on it if you want to. You could do a belly band around it if you want to. These are fantastic for in your journals because you can hide so many things in there. So you just want to attach it by one though. And I would put it this way if you were going to put it in a journal. So that way you could open it up. Okay. So anyways, this is what a hidden message is. You take it, this recipient will receive it, and then they open it up like this and they go, oh, isn't that pretty? And then they pull these 2 pieces and there's a hidden message inside. So there's secret panels in there. Okay, and then you can close it back up again. Okay, so again, you pull it open. So what you're essentially doing is making the letter W. So you're going to hold it. You're going to create the little letter W. Then you can pull the 2 middle panels apart, and that gives you your hidden message section. So then you can write something special in here. Okay. So, and there's nothing on the back. Isn't that cool? All right, so I'm going to show you how to make it, but we're going to do the 4-panel one. They're both made very similar, okay? But the 4-panel one, we're going to do it like this. Let's see, I need my cutter, which is right here. All right, so you need an A2 card, so 4 1/4 by 8 1/2, folded in half, okay? So it's 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. All right, and then you're going to need a card front, the same size, okay, as your card front, but then you're going to trim it down just on the side, just like 1/8 of an inch, okay? You just want a wee little bit taken off, so not too much. So I'm going to take off just maybe between 1/8 and 1/16 of an inch, because you just want like a small sliver. You don't want that much, so I guess it is about 1/16 of an inch, okay? So now you want to cut this in half. So that's just a little bit less than that 4 1/4 now. So we want 2 and maybe 1/8. Okay, so cut that in half so you have 2 pieces. Come on. All righty. So now we don't need the cutter anymore. All right. So, and I'm doing opposite colors so you can see exactly how it's going to work, okay? So then you're going to open your card up because now we need to cut the inside. But first we have to fold the 2 outer edges in like a reverse fold card, okay? So we're going to fold those in, burnish it, fold this side in, burnish it, okay? And then you want to fold it back so you're making the letter W, okay? So we've got the letter W now. So now our card opens the way we want it to. All right, so now we're going to open it all the way up, okay? So it's like this, and we're going to cut in here, okay? For this one, it's just 2 cuts, 1, 2, because you're going to cut it in thirds, okay? For this one, we're going to cut it 3 times. We're going to cut it right in the middle and then right in the middle of each one of those, okay? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to kind of eyeball this and go, all right, well, here's about the middle right there. And the middle is about right here, okay? And then you want the middle between the middle and the edge. So it's about right there, and it's about right there, okay? And it's about right here, and it's about right there, okay? So they should be approximately, let's see, 1 3/8 of an inch, okay? So now we're going to take our scissors and we're going to cut from this tick mark to that tick mark. see if you can line them up straight, and I just cut crooked, but that's okay. We can make it work anyways. Alrighty. We're gonna make it work. Okay. So then you open it up and you can see you've got your cut apart panels now. Okay. So now we're gonna take these two panels, and these are gonna be woven in here. So first we're gonna go over this one, under this one, over this one, and under this one. Okay. And then you should be able to push it up against the edge there. Okay. Then this piece we're going to do on the opposite way. So we're going to go under first. And then we're going to go over this one. And if it's too wide, we might have to trim it a little bit more. You would rather have it too tight than too loose, because you don't want to pick the card up and have these panels fall out. So it's better to have them fit as snugly as you possibly can. Come on. There it goes. All right. There. So that's what it looks like on the inside. Okay. So now we can close it and we can go, okay. So they open it up and they see the inside, and then you're going to pull these open to see the hidden message inside. Isn't that cool? Okay, and you want to maneuver it a couple times so that it gets used to opening and closing a lot easier, because you want the recipient to be able to use it. Okay, and every time you cut with your scissors, you're cutting against your flat surface, so it's going to give you a little resistance. So that's why you need to prime it a little here. Okay, alrighty, so now we've got that done. So now I pulled out. You can start with, you only need like 3 6x6 pieces of decorative paper for this. So, and that's what I pulled out. I pulled out from just a 6x6 pad because I didn't have any more little strips left. Can you believe it? I know. So, but you just need a front panel. And what size do you usually cover the front of a card with? You cut it down so that it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So 4 1/8 by 5 1/4. Okay, so you want to cut them down that way. Then you want to cut it in half. Okay, so the two front panels, I've got these two the same, these two the same. Okay, so these ones are, I'll tell you the exact measurements. These two pieces are, let's see, 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. Okay, so 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. So you need 2 outside pieces, 2 inside pieces, the same size. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to glue these down. Where'd my other glue go? Right there. All right. And you don't want to glob the glue. Just go ahead and put it on sparingly. All righty, and then just lay it on there the best that you can, as evenly as possible. Okay, there you go. There's that one. Go ahead and open it up, and we can do the inside piece. A lot easier if you lay the piece down, Barbara, and then you put the glue on. All right. And again, trying to line it up the best that we can. All righty, very good. So that side is done. So now we're going to do this side. So we're going to take this one off, put the glue on. All righty, and then we can put this piece on. And this one I like to try to line it up with the other one that's on already. All righty, so that's good. That way when you're looking across here, then it looks even. Okay, go ahead and open this up, and we're going to put in the other one on the inside. All right, so these were 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. Okay. We're going to put this in the middle the best that we can, lining it up as evenly as possible. Okay, so now we've got the outside glued on. We've got the inside flat panels glued on. All right, so now we need, how many are these do we need to cover? We need 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 8 more on the inside. Okay, So we need 8 and 8, 16 of these little panels. These little panels are 1 inch by about 1 7/8. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start gluing these down. And you can just arrange them however you want to. You can even do them all the same color on each panel too. It doesn't really matter. I just wanted to kind of mix up the colors. Where'd my picker upper go? That'll be so much more easy to do it this way. All right. And you'll see that my cutting is kind of funny because this top panel is a lot more thin than the other ones. But that's okay. This card is very forgiving, which is nice. I like forgiving cards. Alrighty, and the next one. And again, these are 1 by, you can do them a little bit bigger than 1 too, but the biggest I would go is maybe 1 3/8, or no, 1 1/8. 1/8, yeah, 1 1/8 is the biggest I'd go for this one. So, alrighty. But we always have a lot of 1 inch strips. I don't know about you, but I always do. So this is perfect thing to use them for. All right, so that side is done. Now we got to do the other side. When I'm done, then I'll show you how to cut the other card too, okay? All righty. So this one's done. We can center that one. We can do this one. Come on, there you go. Alrighty, there's a lot of glue on the outside here. I'm going to wipe it all off. That's a good idea. Ta-dum! That'll help clean it up. So our new furniture got here today. We needed a new couch because my couch fell apart. The arm fell right off. My husband was trying to disguise it. He was trying to sit on it, forcing himself to sit weird so that I couldn't see that it had broken. And I was like, honey, why are you sitting so weird? Oh, just because my back's bothering me. I bet his back was bothering him because he was sitting weird. And then he went to push the mechanism, the button to make it open up, put the footrest up, and I saw, and he's reaching over, pulling the arm towards him so that he can reach his arm between the wall and the arm and the wall. So trying to disguise what he was doing, that little knucklehead. So, all right, I think I still need to trim these ones down. Yes, I do. All right, because these are a little bit too wide for this section here. So I got to trim off a little piece again. All righty, that should do it. Yes, much better. Okay. And the width is fine. Okay. Very good. These are so much fun to use. So we had our furniture for so many years. So I don't know why he was kind of hemming and hawing about getting another set of furniture. He just keeps thinking, well, we're gonna move south in a couple years, so why buy another set of furniture? We're probably not gonna take it with us anyways. Well, then we could give it to somebody who needs it then. But we need something decent to sit on until then. Yep. So he'll be all happy when he gets home today because they brought it in and put it together for us, and he won't have to sit in a hole and pretend like he's resting his arm on the side. Alrighty, very good. So you can see we can use up a lot of scrap pieces. Can you imagine this? If every single panel was a different color too, wouldn't that be fun? Guess I probably could have done that, but I figured, let's use some matching paper today. It's fun to do that every once in a while. Yep, it is. This tree paper is really unique. I like that. Oh my goodness, my daughter texted me this afternoon with pictures, and she said, Mom, look what just happened. Scared the life out of us. They both work from home, her and her husband, so they were in their computer room doing their work, and grandson was up out in the other room on his computer, and he was doing his schooling, and they heard this. She said it sounded like a chandelier fell, and she said, oh, they were upstairs at the time, I'm sorry. So they heard something crash downstairs, and it sounded like a chandelier, and she said there isn't a chandelier downstairs, so it was all glass. So the only thing that they could think of was my grandson's desk was glass. So maybe that, they had too much weight on it or something, and so they went running downstairs, and the lawnmower man was out mowing all the lawns in the neighborhood and down and around the pond where they live, and went over this metal pipe, and the metal pipe got kind of broken up and shot out of the lawnmower up through their window down in the basement into their workout room where all their machines are. So she said, good thing we weren't trying to exercise at the time. So, yep. So the lawn mowing guy came up and said, I'm sorry. We're going to fix it. Don't worry. We'll replace everything. So they're a nice company, so they'll do that. Alrighty, so here we go. We can now open this up. I love the colors. The colors are so pretty. And then open it up. Ta-da! Isn't that fun? What a fun card. And it's just awe-striking to me that you turn it over and there's nothing on the back. That's just so weird. So you could actually I was thinking of putting like little embellishments on each of these panels. That would be so fun to just embellish the whole thing. And then on the inside, you could embellish the inside, or you could write a little message on these panels. And then you could actually write a nice long message on the back if you wanted to. So what do you think of that? Isn't that neat? Pretty cool. So, a lot of fun to make these. Okay, so let me show you how to cut this one, because this is just a 3-panel one instead of the 4-panel. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to take a piece of paper, a card rather. All righty, we're going to fold this in and burnish it. We're going to fold this in and burnish it. Okay, we're going to fold it back to get that crease going. Okay, now on this one, we're going to cut 3 pieces. We're just going to cut it in thirds, okay? So just in thirds. So we're just going to eyeball it and go, all right, well, this is about, let's see, 1/3 here, and that's about 1/3. Looks good. All right. So then you just cut into the middle again, well, from the very center out towards that outer edge. There's one snip, and here's another snip. Okay, and yes, I'm off, but that's okay. Like I said, it's very forgiving. All right, so we've got 3 panels instead of the 4. Isn't that neat? So we've got the 4 panels here, the 3 panels here. So then same thing. Let me get another color. That way you can see. All right. So we're going to take this and we're just going to trim it down just a wee bit. So down to about 4 1/4. We want it 4 1/8. Alrighty, and then we want this 2 1/16. Ta-da! Alrighty, and then on this one, it's real fast and easy. Over, under, over. Under, over, under. How easy peasy is that? Okay. Another fun thing about this is for these two cuts that you're making, when you fold it over and you cut, if you have decorative scissors, you can use your decorative scissors and you'll get fun squiggly lines. And that's a lot of fun too. So that way when the recipient gets it, instead of it being so boxy, they'll have it cut with some neat looking edges there. Alrighty, so I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and perhaps you'll make some of these. So you could do the three panel cut, or you could do the 4-panel cut. I like them both. I think that's really, they're just so cool looking. Really neat. Alrighty, so I hope you like this idea, and let me bring it up and bring this one up because that's, whoops, I can't see. There you go. Okay. So again, it's this, and then you open it up and you pull it like so. Okay. So I hope you do like this idea and you'll give it a try. And until we meet again, happy crafting. Bye-bye.